Hey boys and girls, today we're going to review our endings ER and EST, and we're going to work on completing some sentences with adjectives that have the correct ending added to them. Remember, when we see the letters ER at the end of a word, they say and then when we see the letters EST at the end of a word, they make the ending sound est. Okay, let's review just a little bit. When we compare two nouns, we add er to the end of the adjective. So remember, the adjective is describing our nouns. Okay, so my first sentence says, the cat is than the hamster. Now let's look below my blank because I have two choices. I have the word bigger and I have the word biggest. What do you think would make sense? I'm comparing the cat to the hamster. If you said bigger, you are right. The cat is, we don't want a capital, is bigger than the hamster. Let's go to the next one. The girl's hair is than the boy's hair. So let's look right here. We need an apostrophe S. Let's look down here. Our choices are longest or longer. Now let's think. I'm comparing how many things? I'm comparing a girl and a boy. So that's just two people who we are comparing. So would we say the girl's hair is longest than the boy's hair? Or the girl's hair is longer than the boy's hair? If you said longer, you are correct. Number 3, the building is than the house. Okay, looks like I'm comparing two things, a building and a house. So am I going to say the building is taller or the building is tallest? One way is to always try them both in your sentence. The building is taller than the house. Well, that sounds good, but I'm going to try the other one also. The building is tallest than the house. Okay, I'm going to go with taller because when I read that in my sentence, it makes sense and it sounds correct. Number 4, the book is than the notebook. Okay, my choices are thicker and thickest. Well, let me think. How many things am I comparing? I'm comparing the book to the notebook. So that's two things that I'm comparing. So let me try them both. The book is thicker than the notebook, or the book is thickest than the notebook. I'm going to go with thicker. Yep, you are right. So do you see my little slash right there? It's kind of a slanted line. That's just dividing our two word choices to choose from. Okay, I should have showed you that to begin with. Well, good job. We did a great job adding our ER to the end of words. Now we're going to look at the next slide, and it says, when comparing more than two nouns, we add EST, est, to the end of the adjective. So I'm going to come right here and I'm going to read my first one. Who has the name in the class? Longer or longest? Well, I have to go into my sentence and think. Who has the name in the class? Sounds like I am comparing everyone in the class. So your class may have 15 or 16 or 17 students in it. So that is definitely comparing more than two people. So we are going to use the adjective longest. Let's read it and make sure. Who has the longest name in the class? Yep, I like the way that sounds because who has the longer name in the class just does not sound correct. Is the kid, tree, or building the taller? Or is the kid, tree, or building the tallest? Well, let's see how many things I'm comparing. The kid, the tree, or the building. That is 3 things that I'm comparing. So definitely more than 2. So is the kid, tree, or building taller, or the tallest? We're definitely going to go with tallest. What was the Halloween costume? So I'm going to think out of all the Halloween costumes that I saw on Halloween, which was the scariest or the scarier? I'm comparing lots of Halloween costumes. If we know that's more than 2, then we need to choose scariest. Let's reread it. What is the scariest Halloween costume? Or what was the scariest Halloween costume? I like the way that sounds. I think the rose is the flower of all. The prettier flower of all, or the prettiest flower of all? If I'm thinking of all the flowers in the world, that's definitely comparing more than just 2 things together. So I know I need to go with the adjective with the est ending. I think the rose is the prettiest flower of all. Now, boys and girls, you're going to be going to your seesaw activity. I'm going to model through my sample student. There will be your little link to click to hear this lesson when I'm done. You're going to go to this next page or slide. In your directions say fill in the blank by circling the correct word. So you don't have to go and use your pencil to write the word because I made these a little bit smaller than normal so I could fit them all on here. But you're going to get your pencil and you're going to circle the blue word that makes sense. So let's do the first 2 together. My mom is the in the world. The nicer in the world or the nicest in the world? Well, I'm comparing my mom to all the moms in the world, so that's definitely more than 2. So we're going to come over and we're going to circle the word nicest because I'm comparing more than 2. Let's read the next one. Do you think the girl or boy is faster or fastest? Well, let's think. How many things or people am I comparing? I'm comparing a boy and a girl. So do you think the girl or boy is faster because I'm comparing just 2 children? Okay? So do you see how right next to your sentence you have your 2 choices and they're divided by that little slanted line? The first one has ER added to the end. The second word choice has the est added to the end. I am going to go ahead and take a second to read these to you. But then when you go to do your own work, if you need help reading some of the words, you could ask an adult to help you, or you could rewind in my video and hear them again. The sun is than the light. Brighter, brightest. Who has the hair in your class? Longer, longest. The turtle is than the snail. Slower, slowest. I think my dog is the in the world. Sweeter, sweetest. The black crayon is than the brown. Darker, darkest. The clown mask was the in the store. Scarier or scariest. The tiger is than the cat. Bigger or biggest. And the last one, my dad is the in my family. stronger, or strongest. When you have circled your correct word to fill in each sentence, then you may want to read over your sentences one more time, and then you may click your green check and it will send it to your teacher. Good luck, boys and girls, and have a great weekend.